I found out that my sister's 2-year-old daughter, my niece, was my husband's child.
Randomly just finding out that your niece is your husband's daughter. That means your husband and your sister have been doing the do. So this lady is sharing her story time and she kept posting it on her page for awareness because she's like, her sister has been sleeping with her husband for the past 3 years. They've been dating. She didn't even know it was the husband because her sister is also married. The husband of the sister that got suspicious. Let's watch the story time together. Then we'll come back and talk about it.
I found out that my sister's 2-year-old daughter, my niece, was my husband's child. Yes. My husband fathered my sister's child. And they had been having an affair for 3 years. I was there the day that she gave birth to her. Now, my brother-in-law, her husband, always had suspicions that she was not his, and even made comments about it. But never in a million years did I think that it would be my husband's child. She went out of town on a business trip, and my brother-in-law decided to do a DNA test on her. It did not match. So he immediately called me, and he was completely crashing out, which rightfully so. At the time, we did not know who the father was. So I offered to try to get this information out of her myself because I've always been super close to my brother-in-law. I've had a lot of respect for him. He basically helped raise me, so I was there to help. So I called my sister, and I was like, hey, listen, you need to come clean. We know that she's not his, and you need to just come clean about it and do right by him. He freaked out on me, told me to mind my own business, to leave her alone, and that was the end of the conversation. So I call him, and I'm like, hey, she's not coming clean. She just chewed my head off. She won't answer my calls. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. But he had already gotten into her iPad that she had left behind on her trip. And he was like, do you have any idea what the passcode could be? At that time, I was super torn because, that is still my sister. And I didn't want to just, I wanted her to be able to talk to him about it. I didn't want to be in the middle as much as I was, especially after she had, reacted the way that she did with me. So I then call my husband, who was supposed to be on a boys' trip. No answer. I went to check my husband's location, and it was turned off. At this point, I have zero suspicion that it's him. I'm just what the hell's going on? Why did he turn his location off? So I immediately call my brother-in-law. He goes, I just tried to call her. It went straight to voicemail, and her location is off. And so I piped in, and I was like, that's weird. I just called my husband, and his location is off. Long story short, they were together on a little couples trip. My brother-in-law ended up going to jail that night. Him and my husband got into a physical altercation. But when I confronted my husband about everything and was just how could you do this to me? He goes, you just weren't cutting it in bed. Now, this is the man, this is where I'm going to get real worked up. This is the man that told me I wasn't allowed to use things that vibrate in the bedroom. This is also the man that told me I wasn't allowed to take spicy cubes in the bedroom with him because I had taken them with another man before we were even together. But he wanted to blame that on our Smeg's life. Screwing my sister, fathering my niece, all because I wasn't fun enough in bed. I found out that my 2-year-old niece was my husband's child. My husband and my sister had been having an affair for 3 years.
3 years.
Now my sister's husband, my brother-in-law, he had always made comments that he didn't think that she was his, which I always thought was insane. I was like, how in the world could you say that about your own daughter? But when my sister went on a work trip, he decided to do a DNA test. Lo and behold, DNA did not match his. He calls me up. We're pretty close. He is hysterical, and he says, so-and-so is not mine. She cheated on me. I don't know what to do. He was like, can you please just call her and talk to her? After I hung up with him, I immediately called my husband, who happened to be on a boys' trip. Except he didn't answer me, and when I went to check his location was off. So I call my sister, and I'm like, hey, what the f-? And I'm like, you need to come clean. You need to tell him who the dad is, because this is messed up. She freaks out on me. She's like, stay out of my life, stay out of my business, and hangs up. My brother-in-law calls me back and he's like, I've got her iPad here. I'm figuring this shit out. She just blocked me and turned her effing location off. So I said, wait, that's weird, because I just checked my husband's location and his is off. He asked me if I knew her passcode or what it could be, and I was like, I have no freaking idea. I didn't think my sister was capable of this. I don't think I know her. He did like too many attempts and ended up locking it. Well, we're waiting. All of a sudden, there's an alert on her iPad. A text message from my husband, who didn't answer my phone call. We end up finally getting into this iPad and found out that they had been seeing each other for 3 whole years, and that they were very aware who the father was. I ended up serving my husband with divorce papers like a month later. He had always been like a super controlling dude. Like, he wouldn't even let me use toys in the bedroom or anything like that. Flipped the F out when I used a spicy cube one time without asking him. Said that I wasn't allowed to take anything. So when he was at work and thinking that we were gonna work things out, I packed up literally all of my shit. Like, not one trace of me was left in that home. Except for an empty box of spicy cubes, because I can take those whenever I want now. Haven't talked to my sister in like 6 months. So that's been weird. I was super close with my niece, so the whole dynamic has been very odd. I miss her. It's not her fault. I found out that my 2-year-old niece was my husband's child. Yes, he had been sleeping with my sister and fathered their child. They had been having an affair for 3 whole years, and I had no idea. My brother-in-law, he had suspicions, and I always was just like, that's insane. Like, don't ever say that. Like, that's your daughter. Like, stop. I was wrong. He ended up doing a DNA test on my niece while my sister was out of town with my husband. Found out she was not his. All of it obviously like crushed me and broke me, but I think the hardest part was that my ex-husband and I had been trying for a child for 8 months, and he made me feel like complete shit about it because I couldn't get pregnant. And I was like, well, maybe it's you. And like thinking back now, he would always be like, no, I know for a fact that it's not me. And when he would say stuff like that, it made me feel like so bad about myself, and he never tried to make me feel any better. I was trying everything to get pregnant. He would always make me feel so stupid and so irrelevant. Like one time I got a box of these spicy cubes, and I was like, this will help me get into the mood. This will help me hopefully not be in my head and just enjoy it, and maybe then I will get pregnant, because maybe the stress of all of this is causing me not to get pregnant. And he freaked out on me, and he was like, you're not taking those. Why would you need to take those? That's freaking stupid. So there was a lot of layers to work through in therapy for me. The cheating husband, my sister, my niece not being my brother-in-law's and being my husband's, and then my husband shaming me for not being able to get pregnant. They're living together now, and they won't even let me see my niece. And my parents have just gone along with everything. Like, they don't, like, yeah, they thought it was messed up, but they don't want to lose their granddaughter over it. Probably will never get married again.
I feel like I usually hear my best friend slept with my husband. And I'm like, there's a betrayal, your best friend, your sister. And the fact that they don't even feel like it's a bad thing, because the sister doesn't even feel like she's done anything wrong, that sister can unalive her. Definitely, the sister has been jealous of her from day one. Because I don't understand why you out of all your men in this world, it's your sister's husband that is hungering you to sleep with. I part of, or you even have your own man, but it's not okay for you. Your sister's husband, and you step into it that you have a child with him, and you guys are still seeing back to back, and your husband has the audacity to tell you that it's because you are not spontaneous enough in the bedroom, that is why he had to cheat on you. They always find a way, they always put the blame on you as a woman and tell you that this is why I cheated on you, because you're not spontaneous in bed. What do you mean she's not spontaneous in bed? She's trying to be spontaneous, you are being picky. Now you're saying she's not spontaneous, and because of that, you cannot go and do it with another person. You are doing it with a sister. And the sister, how do you have, I don't know, there's some people don't even have conscience anymore. Like, some people are wicked because I don't understand why you want to do something, and if probably you did it once and probably you were drunk or something, which is not supposed to be so, but it's not like a continuous thing. You've been with this person for 3 years, you have a child with this person, and the person is your sister's husband. Hey, you guys, this is the most shocking story ever. This is the most shocking story ever. And I'm glad that she's no longer with her husband. I just hope she's gonna cut contact with her sister, like no contact with her sister, because for a person, for her sister to do something like that, so her sister secretly hates her sister wants a position, wants what she has. Because for somebody to do something like that to you, somebody very close to do somebody like that to you, this is not even your friend that we say, okay, friendship can go. Da, 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 da. This is family, right? This is family. And of course, probably she must be close to her sister. And for her sister to do something like that to her is because she wants what she has. She wants to be in that position. So it's dangerous for her to still continue talking to her sister or have contact with her sister, unless she just wants to say hello to the niece, to her niece, and because she says she's close to her niece. Of course, it's not her niece's fault. Hey, you guys. What's your take on this story time? The short story time I said share with you all today. You can share your thoughts down in the comment section respectfully. As always, you guys, I'll see you all in my next video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And bye. See you in my next one.